Hi everyone, so today I'm here with a review of Noble Conflict by Malorie Blackman. So this book isn't actually out yet, it doesn't come out until July 4th, but I got a copy of it NetGalley and I was so excited when I saw it there because in high school I read a lot of Malorie Blackman books and she was one of my favourite authors when I was in high school, and I was so excited to see that she'd written a dystopian novel, and when I saw it on NetGalley I just got even more excited and I was so happy when I got approved for a copy. This was such a great dystopian novel. It had brilliant characters, an amazing plot and some fantastic twists that I just didn't see coming. So I'm going to read the Goodreads synopsis for this one because I tried to write my own synopsis but it just didn't sound as good as the actual synopsis, so I'm just going to read this one. Years after a violent war destroyed much of the world, Caspar has grown up in a society based on peace and harmony. But beyond the city walls, a vicious band of rebels are plotting to tear this peace apart. It is up to the Guardians, an elite peacekeeping force, to protect the city, without ever resorting to the brutal methods of their enemy. When Caspar joins the Guardians, he has a chance encounter with a rebel, a beautiful girl named Rhea. Haunted from that moment on by strange visions and memories that could only belong to Rhea, he realises he hasn't been told the truth about what the rebels really want and what he's really fighting for. So yeah, that's the synopsis for that one, and it really intrigued me and I just couldn't wait to read it. So Caspar was a brilliant main character. He was very motivated and determined to do something good with his life and protect the people of his city. He was just an extremely smart, funny and likeable character. And then we have Mac. She was just a really friendly character. She was really intelligent and funny. She knew how to make Caspar blush and it was pretty funny seeing her do that. We have Rhea. Rhea was a very interesting character. She didn't seem anything like what the rebels had been described in this book, so I was extremely intrigued by her. I actually did like her. There was just something about her that made me like her. So the insurgents in this book, which are the rebels, they are extremely hated. It is repeated quite a lot in this book, which kind of had me doubting that they were actually evil and stupid because of the amount of times it was repeated and told to you. So the romance in this book was pretty minor. There wasn't a lot of it, but the parts that were there I did enjoy. There was Mac and Caspar. They were more of friends to start with and it was all about their friendship developing, and you could tell that there was an attraction between them, but nothing really happened until near the end. But even then it wasn't anything massive. I had my fingers crossed for Caspar and Rhea because I thought that was going to happen and I thought it would have been interesting if it happened, but unfortunately it didn't, and I was pretty upset because of the reason that it didn't happen. And yeah, there was a twist at the end of this book that I just didn't see coming, with someone who was actually a bad guy, and I just didn't expect it. It came out of nowhere for me because we've been working towards who the bad guy was, and then it kind of like throws you in the opposite direction. It's like, no, that's the bad guy, and I was like, oh my god, it was just completely unexpected. The ending was alright. I did expect a bit more because of the way I'd planned it all out in my head, but I suppose because this was a standalone from what I can tell, the ending was wrapped up very nicely and it was a good ending. I just wish it had gone a different way. So I ended up giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. It probably would have been 5 stars if it ended the way that I wanted it to, but yeah, I still really enjoyed it. I definitely recommend that you check this book out when it comes out in July because it is definitely worth a read. So that was my review for Noble Conflict by Malorie Blackman. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys later. Bye everyone!